Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Nicholas. Today we're relaxing in the secret garden and we're going to talk about plants. But before we do that, I just wanted to make an announcement that hopefully you guys will be happy to hear. But I have decided to start posting 3 videos a week. So the posting schedule will be Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So the new one being Friday. And hopefully you guys enjoy. But now that that announcement's over, let's talk about plants. And the reason I have this beautiful selection of plants in front of me is because my good friend Corey with Up North Garden decided to send me out another load of plants. He's too kind. Let's just put it that way. He's like, honestly, probably too kind for this world, but it makes me happy that he wanted to send me some stuff. So maybe someday I can send him something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll think about it. Maybe you guys can help me figure it out. But I just wanted to talk about each and every one of these. So I did unbox them already because it was kind of a two-pronged thought process. One was I got the package yesterday and I wasn't able to film this for you yesterday, so I wanted to make sure that the things got watered and didn't have to stay in the box for like 24 hours. And then 2, and I think more importantly, I didn't want to open the box with these inside in front of you guys just in case some of them got askewed, and I just didn't want that's not something that he does on the regular, so I just didn't think that it would be fair to be like, oh, Corey didn't package this right. But let me tell you what, the way he did it was so perfect. He had like a stake in the middle, and then the box inside the box kind of like went over top of it, and like each plant was like rubber banded, and it was like pretty interesting how he did it. And I do think he got it from someone that sent him some stuff. But either way, let's talk about the stuff that he sent. And I will tell you my favorites for last. I can't choose one, so I have 2 that are like the top for me. I have never grown any of these. I mean, I've grown, like this is a geranium. I've grown geraniums before. But I've never grown these particular varieties before. So I guess I'll start with the one that he wants me to do a comparison on. So this one is the Brocade Salmon Night Geranium. It has that lovely burgundy leaf with like the green around the edge. And he sent this to me because I grew the Bullseye Salmon geranium, and I have it here to show you. From seed. Now I started mine, I'm guessing, way before, and yeah, so that's why mine's like monstrous and on the verge of actually being too tall. So I'm like waiting for these to be able to go in the ground. But the leaf, I don't know. I mean, they look pretty similar and the color seems similar enough. So I'm going to plant these in the exact same location because I would like to see what the difference is. So I'm incredibly excited about this. I love having dark leafed foliage in my garden. I think it brings so much. Anything besides just plain green. I mean, green is great, but if you can bring in colors in your foliage, then you don't have to rely on blooms to give you a variety in your garden. So that one's exciting. And this one does say it gets 12 to 18 inches tall and 12 inches wide. Sun to part shade. I don't remember how big the Bullseye Salmon gets, but I'll put it on the screen so that we can have a comparison that way. So I'm going to move the ones I talked about to the side. And all of these look so healthy. I wish I lived closer to him and his nursery because, or his family's nursery, because I would be shopping from there probably every week. And while we're on the topic of geraniums, let's talk about this one. This is the Caldera Lavender Glow. I really like this one because it gives you a different bloom structure than a lot of the ones, well, all of the ones that I grew from seed. So I like that it's like a looser bloom structure. And this gets 10 to 14 inches high and 20 to 24 wide. So it's way wider than it is tall. And this one wants full sun. And I just think that the blooms on this are really, really pretty. And again, the health of these plants is like, it's pretty crazy. Oh, except for that leaf. That was probably something I did. The next one. I have never grown this plant before, not this variety, not any of these before. He was right when he said that about me. So this is a Kufia, and the blooms are really small right now, but I believe they get bigger than this. So this wants full to part sun, and this one gets 10 to 12 inches tall and 8 to 14 inches wide, and it wants full to part sun. I'm very excited about this because I've heard that hummingbirds love these, and we don't, to my knowledge, have hummingbirds that stay all year round, at least here in my yard. But I do know that we have quite a bit during the summer. So if I can just give them more stuff to feed on, to just bring them to me, like, yes, please. Because I kind of feel like they're like, I don't know, like a magical bird, because they're just so interesting. They're like a helicopter. Like they stay in, like they don't have to like flap up and down. I mean, they do, but you just can't see it. Anyway, probably sounding like a idiot, but anyway, I'm very excited about this. Bring on the hummingbirds. And I love the color. So it kind of, I guess, maybe if you looked at it like with your one eye closed, you could say that it's has a little bit of red to it, but my eye sees pink that turns into, like, it fades into like a white. But I've never grown it before, so pictures don't always do plants justice. Another one that I've never grown, this is the Sunvi Trailing Creeping Zinnia. I obviously have grown zinnias before, but I have never grown a creeping one. I did have seeds at one point in time, but I never started them or forgot. I'm not sure. But the blooms on these are so teeny tiny, but they're so pretty. They're just like little yellow blooms. And I don't know like how full of blooms this plant will be, but even if it's only this, it'll be perfectly fine, because even from far away you can see the yellow on this. And I would like to say that they have done a really good job of pinching these, because this thing is branched out so well, and you can see all the places that they've pinched them, which has only made this plant even more full. It looks so healthy. Oh, anyway, this one gets 8 to 12 inches tall and 12 to 14 inches wide, and this one wants full sun. Love that one. The next one is the petunia. This one is called Cascadius Fantasy Hot Pink petunia. Let me see if I can get you the color. This is such a pretty color. It kind of has the pink of like the Proven Winners Jazzberry a little bit around the edge, and then it fades into like a creamy white that then fades down into the throat like a yellow. This is gorgeous, and I've looked at pictures of this, how big it gets, and I love it. And then let me just talk about the branching on this too. So they must constantly pinch their plants because this thing is stout from the bottom. Like, it is usually when you have a plant. Okay, here. Usually when you have a plant, even if it's healthy, if you shake it, you can feel the base rock on the soil just a little bit, just because plants are top heavy normally. This thing does not do that. I mean, yes, the blooms shake, but this thing is sturdy. You could use this as a foundation for a house. Did I even tell you the size yet? 12 to 14 high and 14 to 18 wide. We'll see about that. I thought the picture showed it a little bit bigger, but I'm very, very happy that he sent this to me. Such a pretty plant, such a healthy plant. Next. So I think that he chose right by sending this to me. So this is the Vancouver Centennial Geranium, solely because of the color of the foliage. Look how beautiful that is. So pretty. Now, don't get me wrong. The blooms on this are red, and I don't love red flowers, but I still think that it was a good choice to send this to me because of the foliage. This one gets 12 to 18 inches tall and 9 to 12 inches wide. And this one's sun to part shade. So I think what he was doing was sending me stuff that I could put like in my shade garden or in my secret garden, which is a shade garden, or near it, because I do have a very shady area and then a very sunny area. So all of these plants that he sent me can go in this area in one place or another. And I'm just very excited about all of these. Well, I didn't mean to do this, so I guess I should just tell you now. These are my top twos that he sent me, and I can't choose one, so we'll just talk about both of them at length. This one is the autumnal fuchsia. I have actually never grown a fuchsia before, but I have been wanting to, and why not start with this one? The color on this, absolutely beautiful. Beautiful light green, turns into like a rusty red. Like, this is perfect. And the growth habit of this, from the pictures that I've seen, looks so cool. How it, like, I don't know, grows out wide. So this 6 to 12 inches tall and 12 to 24 inches wide. So it's way wider than it is tall. And I just think that this is going to be a really great addition to my garden this year. And the blooms on this are really pretty too. And this one's part shade. So we'll just leave this up here since that's in a tie for number one. And then the last plant, which is also tied for number one. And this plant is beastly. Okay, so this is the Stonehenge Rose Bronze Leaf Begonia. I love begonias, like love them. Especially this, what's the one that Proven Winners has? The Pegasus? Is that what it's called? It like grows up and then falls forward and everything faces, like the leaves like face you and they get monstrous. Well, this one, there's plenty of things I love about this. One is the leaf color. And then the bloom color is absolutely beautiful. Another thing, the plant is like hard. You could almost mistake this for being a fake plant. Like it seems like very sturdy and like it would be really good in any situation. Like it seems like it could take like a beating from like wind and stuff. But I think the most exciting thing about this plant is probably the size of it. So this gets 39 inches tall and 28 inches wide. That's like shrub size. And the pictures of this thing at full height, I am going to have to find a spot where this can get to its fullest height, because this, maybe this is my favorite, but I don't know. Like I still really like this one a lot. I don't know. But this one wants sun or shade. So it seems very versatile. I just don't know where it'll go. So I was thinking, because I figured that I would probably speed through this, because when I talk about plants, I get really excited. I was thinking that maybe we could choose like a pot or a container and plant like one or two of these up and put it in the shade garden. So I think I'm going to do that, because we can start planting out now. Our nighttime temps are in the 40s, and most stuff can take that. I mean, I'm not really putting out my geraniums yet, but I think some of this something could go out, and if not, I could bring it inside, in one night or something. And I think I have just the place where I want to put this. I think I would like to make an arrangement on my picnic table that's behind my greenhouse. So let me figure out which one I'm going to do. It's hard to choose. So hard. Okay, I have chosen the pots and I have chosen the plants, but I'm actually going to be using one of the plants that he sent me this time and one of the plants that he sent me last time. The first one we're going to do is the fuchsia, and we're going to use this planter, and it is going to look fine now, but I don't think that it'll be able to live out its season in this container. But I want to make it work, at least for now, because everything I chose, it gives a good stair step. So that's what we're going to do. So I just get to plant this up. And I have some soil here that's already wet. I love container planting. I like in-ground planting as well, but I just really like container planting. I don't know why. If maybe I thought about it for a second, I could probably figure out why, but I don't know. Maybe because everything's movable, and I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm just pushing some of this soil to the edge because it kind of like the planter curves out. So I'm just trying to fill in the area on the side and making sure I have a spot in the middle for this. If at all possible, I usually try when I'm container planting to not have to add soil afterwards. So my trick to that usually is using the container. So let's see if we can make that work. The plant wasn't all the way up in this, it was down pretty low. And the next one that I chose, the planter is going to look way too big for the plant currently, so it kind of has the opposite effect of what this one is. But that one will be able to live out its days in that planter, but this one won't. There. Just slides right in. So that's one. And the reason why I chose this container was because I thought it'd be cool, like for a plant that is wider than taller, the thought of having a really low planter so it like all looks very low and wide, I think is cool. So that's why I chose this one. The next one is going to look very wrong from the start, but it'll look better later on. I did mean to put some fertilizer, oh well, in the fuchsia, but life will go on. The next one is big. So it's going to take me a second to fill this up with soil. And the next one I used, I forgot to tell you, is the Flamethrower Adobo Pink Coleus. He sent this to me as like a little plug, so I've been growing it on, and it's grown quite a bit, but it's going to look very small in this container. It has a little bit of a fall vibe, which I didn't mean to do, but once the Coleus starts putting on its really pink color in the middle, and once the fuchsia starts blooming as well, I think it will put on a whole different appearance. And I might try to raise one of them up on like a decorative block or something in the back, just to give a little bit more of a stair step. But I'm very happy with it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed filming it because, I mean, how can you not like getting gifts, and especially flowers as gifts? Or plants as gifts. It's like the key to my heart. So I really appreciate Corey sending me plants to try out, and I hope that you guys get some ideas about just different types of shade things that you can do in your garden, because when I first started gardening, I did not see shade gardening as something worth doing. I don't know why, but I got caught up in the whole bloom of everything, you know, like all the summer blooms, which I love, but I'm really starting to like see how shade gardening actually, one, I find it more difficult, but in a good way, like it pushes you. And then I just feel like you can be more creative. So anyway, that's, I guess that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.